checkpoint and start from scratch in round number 2. So again, you have to win 2 of 3 rounds to actually get a victory here, so you gotta worry about that. Excuse me. On that note, on the way, there's 7 banned items on the way down. Let me get these all listed up in chat for you. Nobody on the way down can pick these up. There's one out of there that you can, but only one item. We'll get to that in a second. Dr. Fetus, Epic Fetus, Ipecac, Dead Sea Scrolls, the Holy Bible, the Shovel, and the weird one, the Toothpicks. Those you can pick up. Everything else on that list, though, you can't touch. Those are the only items you can D6 in the game. Otherwise, the D6 is also outlawed. Again, you can use it in empty rooms if you want to waste a charge for whatever reason. Yeah, that's up to them. If a racer re-rolls an item that is not on that banned list, they're not allowed to take whatever re-rolls into. Again, most glitches are banned unless there's a risk involved with them. All of our racers know these rules, though. Again, TorNis and Amy are on a call together. Let me get you a link into both of their channels. Go say what's up to them, and again, wish them both good luck if you would. If that ever links up, come on, Spazbot, you can do it. It'll be a CatGuard.net link whenever it shows up. It may just be chat being stupid on my side all of a sudden. There we go. There's a link into both of their channels. So again, go and wish them both good luck on this one. They'll get this rolling whenever they're ready to go. Nice. What's up, Derek? Oh, excuse me again. Sorry, my nose is starting to run because I've had my windows open for like 2 days here. All right, Prepix. Enjoy yourself, sir. Alright, and they're off and running, so again, best of luck to both. Actually, both getting pretty darn good starting items here, so Amy gonna replace her D6, gonna take Game Kid with her. This will turn you into Pac-Man, allow you to eat your enemies, and give you a chance that you get a half a red heart heal every time you do so. So nice little way to get some heals if and when you need them, and if you get a pretty full room of enemies. TorNis gonna pick up Brother Bobby, using that as a follower. Shoots out pretty base damage tiers. It's not the best, but again, it is a little bit of damage up if you make contact with those. So, I mean, the first to find her boss fight does actually have a bomb, so wait until Pin disappears. Drop. Wow, really? Okay, apparently that was off by about 1 frame and didn't one-hit kill. I was going to say, usually you can one-hit kill Pin if you time that exactly right, and apparently she was off by 1 frame on when she dropped that bomb. Who knew? So she'll use up her Game Kid charge, get the last little bit of damage done against Pin, get herself some health up. Amy's your first on down to Basement 2. TorNis also fighting his boss right now for Basement 1, which is Larry Jr., the green version. Every now and then he'll stop, fire out a couple shots, like you see right there. Nothing scary. Again, Larry Jr.'s pretty easy as long as he doesn't troll you by walking into you randomly. But TorNis won't be far behind. He'll be onto his Basement 2. Amy just needs a key. She's already found that item room. Let's see, lots of pills. We got 2 of the same. Ooh, and they're both fire rate down, so TorNis won't bother with this one. Oops. Accidentally keeps picking up the wrong pill there. And gonna take 1 random one with him, kinda what I figured he'd do. So again, both on expansion versions of their second floor. Cellar's gonna give you more spiders, like you're seeing on, well, now on both sides, actually. Amy's got the worst of them. These will split up after you hit them enough the first time here. That one should go about now. What's up, Draco? How you doing? Hey, what's up, Don? Good to see you guys. Yeah, for those that don't know, Twitch is in low power mode. Like, you guys will wind up randomly getting messages in your chat that says, like, this channel's in low power mode. We're terribly sorry, but, like, I forget the exact quoting on it. But basically, because of all the stuff going on, like the worlds and stuff like that, other channels and other chats get wind up putting into, like, I don't want to call it slow mode, but it's basically power saving mode for Twitch, so that they know that the video on the channel is going to keep running, and they don't have to divert so much power to, like, the chat rooms and, you know, certain things like that. So it's going to drop down, like, I guess you could say the interaction in some other channels, heck, even in the, you know, the worlds where you got so many people talking, obviously. but they have to keep those channels, let alone the videos on the other channels running too. So it's basically like power conservation, I guess you could say, for lack of a better term. It's a really smart move too, because honestly, it's going to make everything run as smooth as it possibly can. Yeah, chat's going to glitch out from time to time, and actually VODs are another thing like that, so... Alright, TorNis going to fight, and I should also point out, has himself that small rock, so plus damage, plus fire rate, minus movement speed for TorNis. Amy picked up the, a little bit of health up and fire rate, shot speed increase with the stem cells. But we got Famine, who's almost dead on TorNis' side. So let's all to Famine if you guys would. But he'll wind up getting a cube of meat to orbit around him, blocking shots, damaging anything he walks into. Also got himself the Celtic Cross. Should he get hit, 33% chance you'll see a bubble around him. That's a 5-second damage shield. And wow, can't believe he's actually going to leave behind the Pact. A little bit low on health though, so not much TorNis could do, but I would think about taking the Pact almost every situation. Now TorNis also lucky enough, he's got himself an XL floor here in the caves, so he'll have another item room to find, also 2 back-to-back boss fights. So he's got Caves 1 and Caves 2 basically jammed together into one. And again, Amy on a regular Caves 1, still looking for a key to get into that item room, but still also looking for her boss fight. Could also use a room with a lot of enemies. This may not be the worst one to use your game kit against. There's only 4 in there, mind you, not counting the flies. She's gonna need a heal at some point. Ooh, like I was saying. So with that full charge still sitting there too, needing the heal, couldn't use it. Again, TorNis at half a heart himself. So he's trying to stay far away from these spiders. Which, of course, are being trolls and moving directly out of, like, that one little path where his tears are going. That's wow, thanks, spiders, for being cool. Ooh, back down to half a heart again for TorNis. This is why I hate these expansion versions of the caves. Catacombs, you get some stupid enemies down here. And he's starting off a new run here with something pretty decent with the PhD. Also a Sun card, so we'll get to that in a second. PhD will give you nothing but good or, at worst, neutral pill effects, so you're never going to get a stat down. Also, speaking of down, TorNis down on the left, so he'll be starting back over here. Again, though, as I was saying, nothing but good or neutral pills. You'll be able to actually find out what they are, is Amy with that PhD. Also, with that Sun card, you're going to get a full red heart heal, full map reveal, and I forget exactly how much damage it was, but it equally damages everything in the room for a ridiculous clip of damage. Ugh, Wiggle Worm. Actually, TorNis gonna run with that? I'll be darned. So you can see what it does. His shots now move out in a snake-like pattern, if you will. They basically wiggle, so it's wiggling time. Get a little bit of damage up. This is a mismarked item. That's damage, not tears up, in 1 health container for Amy as she moves on down to her basement, too. And yet another Famine Champion version this time for TorNis, so once again, keeping me coming out of this. More importantly, though, let's all say... I thought, okay, it is 100 damage. I was sure it was somewhere around 80 to 100, but I didn't want to quote it wrong, so thank you. Yeah, commence the wiggling. Alright, bombs are key. Nothing too special. Here's the good part. You get to find out what these pills are if you walk around for a second. Look up for Amy. She'll definitely take that one. Bombs are key, but have switched around her bombs and keys. Actually, could have gotten herself the 1 key she needs to get into that item room, but left that behind in favor of having the 1 bomb she has now. What's up, Zachary? How you doing? Ooh, Mom's contacts now for Amy, so she's going to get freeze effects on all of her tiers. Gives you a chance, as you notice, it's a little bit, let's call it bright red on your tiers, but you get a nice freeze effect on your enemies. Holds for quite a good bit of time, too. So let's see if she can't get that to enact. There we go. They'll turn gray like that, and obviously stop moving, stop firing as well. So the more tier rate you get, the better off you're going to get chances of that actually landing. And against bosses, that's ridiculously overpowered. Man, I'm telling you, these bombs are misplaced literally by 1 frame on Amy's side. If she would have dropped that even 1 frame later, she would have gotten probably almost an instant kill on both of those Larry Juniors. They were right in line with that. And sooner or later, probably one more room, we'll get this last item room on, or last item room, the next item room for TorNis as well. Alright, a little bit of movement speed increase for Amy, and she'll be on down to her caves. And she gets the Curse of the Labyrinth again, so once again we got an XL floor, meaning 2 of the caves floors jammed together into 1. 2 item rooms, 2 side-by-side boss fights at some point. Alright, Spider Buff for TorNis would give you damage to everything in the room, also give it a slowdown effect, kind of the same thing, like, let's say that you're fighting against the, why can I not think of the name of the damn enemy, the Widow, when it pops out that, the goo on the floor, basically the same theory. Again, obviously Spider, but there's webs everywhere, it's going to slow you down. Also slows down your shot speed on those enemies as well. Again, not that great a damage, but it's something. And at least it's better than the D6, which is only usable against 7 items in this entire game. So not a half-bad idea. TorNis going to make his way on over to his boss fight, and he'll finish off his basement again momentarily here. Here you see, decent amount of damage. It's not the greatest, but again, you see with that slowdown effect, you get to toss a bomb, and Larry Jr. both got hit. Well, both parts of Larry Jr., I should say, got hit by that same bomb, so very nicely done, placed. He's going to get some health up, and we got a Devil Deal on TorNis' side as well. Oh my. Game, why do you keep making that blue hearts only? Because TorNis can't buy the knife. Oh, that's evil. That's so evil. He will take Spirit of the Night, though. So he's going to get Flying and Spectral Tears, meaning that he can hover over rocks and still be able to shoot through them. Flying, obviously, you know exactly what that does. But Spirit of the Hype, as always, so I doubt Locat's awake, but if he is, he's a happy man right now. Come on, turret, open up. There we go. Alright, Mom's Pearl, more chance of Soul Heart spawns for TorNis. And an immediate boss fight find as well here. For TorNis at this point, way too early, I'd say, to be skipping item room, so he's almost definitely going back and finding it. He's got plenty of keys for that as well. Speaking of, we've still yet to find either item room or both of the boss fights on Amy's. Again, XL floors tend to take a little bit of time to get through. Challenge room with 10 bombs. TorNis going to take the time to actually go through this. Oh, 17 already beat me to it. Never mind. There's a split link for you. So again, you have to go through about 2 to 3 rooms worth of enemy spawns, but for 10 bombs, not that terrible of a thing, because if you go through 2 to 3 normal rooms, you're probably not going to find 10 bombs in those. That's pretty darn random, and let alone that's a lot of bombs to be picking up in that few rooms. So pretty good move on TorNis' side here, I'd have to say. He's up to 12 bombs now, so just these last couple of Glovins to kill off. Ooh, very nice penguin. Oh yeah, I totally forgot. That was only his second spawn, and I'm an idiot. Duh, there's 3. Learn to count, Crumps. Again, it's too early for me. This is going to be worse tomorrow. For those who don't know, by the way, 10 a.m. Eastern race tomorrow. Yep. Wow, this floor just keeps continuing, not looking like an XL floor, but just not giving Amy anything to find here either. So still looking for those 2 item rooms in boss fights. It's getting kind of ridiculous. Again, it doesn't even look like an XL floor layout at this point. Wow, still nothing. Okay, I was going to say at this point you almost have to pop that sun card in this room to not take as much damage as you would be. Look at that. So the 2 item rooms are connected all the way over at the right side. Gets her full heal out of it again, so Amy's going to make her way over because you pretty much have to. It's only the 3 rooms to clear, so you pretty much have to go for those. Ooh, TorNis actually going to pass on the teleporting remote. Alright, we've seen that play some serious advantages for folks in the last couple weeks, but he's going to leave it behind as I don't think he trusts it too much. There we go, that one last room. We'll find out what Amy's 2 item rooms are here for the caves. But TorNis going to move right on with that spider butt and fight Peep here. Again, no charge on the spider butt, so not that big of a deal, honestly, in this room. But he'll fight Peep to take out his caves 1. Let's see. Team Bean assemble? Absolutely. Poison effect in every single room, and a poison cloud that, well, basically you fart using the bean. And the Forever Alone attack fly, so nice extra damage up if that makes contact with anything. That fly will really put some damage down against enemies, especially bosses. That's a Profane. Doing good today. About yourself. Ooh, thankfully TorNis can fly in this room. I hate these rooms without flight, and this early on, I tend to not be able to fly, so it's really good, actually, that he spent those hearts to get the Spirit of the Night. What's up, Scott? How you doing? Alright, so second item room in the caves. Check this out, the Forever Alone attack fly. Who would have thought? Side-by-side attack flies here for the racers. Again, Amy not even going to bother with the poison effect off of the bean in this room. Well, at least most likely not going to. She did this time. You can't actually poison Pestilence, though. But she'll wind up with a cube of meat floating around her. Ooh, just got hit by that jumping spider before she froze it. Cheap shot. Alright, so there's that cube of meat orbiting around. Ooh, Guppy's Paw. Pretty much gotta at least pick it up. Wow, really? Alright, interesting. Ankh gonna bring TorNis back to life as a blue baby should he die, and that'll give you 3 soul hearts when you do. Did I just miss him picking that up and put it back down, or did TorNis not even pick up Guppy's Paw out of curiosity? Because I may have missed that at the very beginning there. I've never been able to. At least it doesn't show it ticking on him, from what I can tell, Shizzy. Alright, Amy finishing off her caves boss fights here. Gets the, wow, check this out. Gets the box of items. Another ridiculously awesome card. And the Emperor, that'll teleport her straight to a boss fight. Also speed uphill. So movement speed increased. Let's see, flat penny, red patch, tough call. I'd probably take red patch here, and she's gonna do the same. Flat penny would have given you a chance as you pick up keys that, or excuse me, as you pick up coins that it spawns keys for you. The red patch that she takes now, if she gets damaged, has a chance that will up your damage for the room you're in. I just haven't paid attention to his health bar either. I also haven't done it in Spider Mod, so we should have checked that. But being that you don't see a tick, I'm going to say it probably don't happen. Alright, just this one of every type of items, and of course it spawns them in weird places for Amy. Ooh, nice dodge. She'll leave that bomb behind for now. Oh, hi, that room. Yeah, what else are you going to do there? So there's red patch enacting as Amy took damage, rips your skin off, and ups your damage for the room. So at least we get to show you what that does instantly. Yeah, there was nothing Amy could do. You just walk in that room and like, well, I kind of want to go to the other side of this, so I guess we'll blow that up. At least you get some range up with Mom's underwear out of that lock chest. So let's see, down to the bottom we got a curse room for Amy. Let's see what's on the right side. I don't know that she's going to be going into that curse room, but we'll see. Again, TorNis finishing off his caves too. We'll have that boss fight on the other side of the door. Ooh, and an actually really good boss fight here if you can get through this. TorNis fighting the Fallen, guaranteed Devil Deal item pool drop at the end of this. You may also get a Devil Deal or a God Room, but again, you get a free Devil Deal item guaranteed off of this boss fight. There's the fly making his orbit. Ooh, here's the one problem though, down to half a heart on TorNis' side. Now has to be very careful again. There's that boss fight on Amy's as well. Is yet to find her item room though, and I'm pretty much guaranteeing that she's gonna go back and find that. There's a couple rooms in this game that I absolutely detest. Like, they will give me damage every single time that I go in there. Absolutely guaranteed. The one that I always point out, because Cobalt's one of the few people I know, like Cobalt, Slack, and a few of our other racers are a few of the only people I know with enough patience for those rooms. But basically, if you walk in and you get those splitting fly shots, like the V-pattern fly shooters, you get those things, good God, I can't sit long enough waiting for those to actually line up correctly, and I wind up taking just a ridiculous amount of damage face planting him to kill him. Well, that answers my question about if TorNis picked up Guppy's Paw before or not, because he just got it to spawn again. Wow. So that could have kind of screwed him over there if you want to think about this. He could have picked up Guppy's Paw beforehand. Yeah, there's that, like, what did I just do? Look. By the way, your gift's still up, TorNis. Can't see your screen, bro. Ooh, blow claiming another victim here as Amy dies on the right-hand side, so she's back to start. No, you wouldn't be able to get another one to spawn at that point. That's why TorNis should have picked up Guppy's Paw in the first place. Because basically it would have made it so that that wouldn't have spawned at the end of that Fallen fight as well, so he could have actually gotten another Devil Deal item free of charge out of that. Alright, odd spot for that boss fight, being that that floor keeps continuing down. Where is this item room gonna be? Ooh, yeah, that's not an item room. So, Gluttony mini-boss fight here for TorNis. Alright, Mr. Mega, for Amy to start off her new run, 5 bombs plus damage and plus blast radius on those. And once again, we got Famine, so for the third time, and by the way, there's only so many I'll do in each round, that's the limit right there, so everybody to Famine if you would, real quick, before he gets High Priestess stomped out of existence. One more Keep Him Eaten, again, that High Priestess card, that's some serious damage. So as you notice, that's basically going to one-hit everything for you. So Amy on down to her second floor. Alright, let's see. Judas's Tongue had spawned in that last room for TorNis. Again, pretty useless for him as he has no red heart containers at the moment. But that would have made any red heart devil deal, only cost 1 red heart from here on out. Alright, not going to worry about the golden poop, but golden key for TorNis gives him infinite amount of keys for the floor, so he'll be able to get into any locked chest or locked room free of charge. Now it's all about finding that item room. Well, at least he's got a store here, and again, he can get in free of charge, and plenty of money means that kind of makes it worthwhile. That may be a greed fight on the other side, but it does make it worthwhile to check. Because again, you can get some really good items out of those stores. Yeah, let's see what TorNis' choice is, though. Indeed, he will check. Ooh, okay, sometimes you get some bad items out of the stores, too, like Bum Friend. TorNis gonna buy it anyways. He knows he's only got the one more store, so at this point, you might as well. Bum Friend's gonna follow TorNis around. Any type of coin that spawns, he's gonna make a beeline for it at the end of the room. Try to pick it up, and kind of like Judges, he'll spawn out items, but only stuff like hearts, keys, bombs. He can troll bomb you also, by the way. Be very, very wary of him. But he can give you all sorts of stuff like that. Cards, trinkets, hearts, pretty much you name it. No space use items, though. Oh yeah, he had his mini-boss. Herper-perpety-dur. Didn't even remember that. So, having already fought a mini-boss on the floor, TorNis knew full well that that store was going to be a store. I didn't even look at that and think about it. He had already fought Gluttony, and I'm stupid. So yeah, good point there by Gambit. Because TorNis had already fought a mini-boss, you know that you can't get another one on the same floor, so that store was guaranteed to be a store for him. Yeah, moving on to that first steps boss fight, gonna wind up with War, so yet another Horseman. That'll be the second cube of meat that he'll pick up, and that'll add on to the one he's already got, making Meat Boy's head instead of the cube floating around him, which will add on shots. So pretty decent damage on that. It's one of, I would say, one of the 3 best orbitals you can pick up. If you put that in combination with the Sacrificial Dagger and then the double speed on Guardian Angel, you're in heaven. That's about the best trio of anything that you're going to wind up in this game, pretty much. I swear people have an affinity for honking when they go past my place. Like, I don't know you, stop honking at me. TorNis a little low on speed here, so he's getting chased around the room by War. Ooh, and he's back down, so again, with that honk, you see him go right back outside. He's Blue Baby now, so enjoy this. This part's gonna be fun. Pills can actually kill TorNis now if he's not careful. So bad trip pills, stay bad trip pills. Gotta worry about stuff like that. So pills may be out of the question from here on out for TorNis, but as Blue Baby now, you actually get his starting stats instead of Isaac's. It kind of flips things around. So it keeps everything else that you had already, but adds it on to what were the Blue Baby's starting stats instead of Isaac. And again, now you have nothing but blue soul heart containers, so there are no more red hearts for you. And thankfully, you know you're not getting health up at the end of this one for TorNis. But again, makes it real tough to get through the rest of this with only being able to pick up soul hearts. And again, with no rocks left in the room, TorNis thankfully has enough speed now because of this. This is the point I was going to make. Thankfully, he's got just enough speed now where he can keep War far enough away to not actually damage him. What's up, Hammy? How you doing? There's that cube of meat. Another devil deal on TorNis' side. Not much he can do with it, so he isn't even going to bother checking. Move right on down to his depths, too. And again, Necropolis version, the expansion version of the floor. And back down to just half a heart, so remember, no red hearts to help TorNis out here. He's got to find soul hearts. He does have Mom's Pearl, so you got a 10% higher chance of seeing him. What's up, Pro? How you doing? Alright, item room and store here on TorNis' side. He's pretty much out of money, though, so that key's going... Well, one of his 4 keys, I should say, is going to the item room. I really doubt he's going to that store. Gonna pretty much put that one out of the question unless he winds up with, like, 13 cents in this room. Then it's a consideration. Other than that, I really doubt he's going in. Alright, item room it is. Jeez. Speaking of money, oh thanks game. On Depths 2, the sack of pennies, meaning every couple rooms that TorNis clears out would spawn a coin for him. So again, there's no stores from here on out. That's the last one that he just left behind him in the previous room. Ooh! And getting caught on the doorway gets him hit by that spike trap, so TorNis down and back to beginning. What's up, Binks? How you doing? Alright, so my little unicorn's going to replace that bean on Amy's side. So that will give you 5 seconds of invincibility, damage dealing as well as you attach that to your head, run around and slam it into enemies for some pretty decent damage. Anarchist Cookbook, random bomb spawns throughout the room. I think there's 5 or 6, and I can never remember the exact number. But again, it's random, and that will come back to haunt you. There's a unicorn horn usage by Amy. You'll see her just run right on into everything, clear that room out, no problem. Alright, so Odd Mushroom, Fire Ray capped out now on TorNis' side. Get a little bit of damage down with that. And you're also smaller stature. What's up, creature? How you doing today? Alright, small rock as well on Amy's, which I totally forgot to mention. Damage up, shot rate increase, and movement speed decrease. So looking pretty good. Got decent enough damaging tiers. Still holding on to those 10 Mr. Mega Bombs. Looking pretty good damage-wise on her side. There's the key she's been needing for the next floor. Where's that boss fight? This'll break left. And, well, there's your boss fight, breaking to the left. Haha, question and answered. Thanks, game. Loving it does that. TorNis finishing off his new first boss fight, winding up with a wooden spoon, plus movement speed for him as well. And he'll be on down to his second floor. So Amy fighting against Pestilence once again. That'll be her second cube of meat in these first 3 floors. So more defense, well, not more defense. It's actually more offense, because it's going to add on to that 1 cube of meat she's got. Make Meat Boy's head floating around again. That'll add a tear effect as well. What's up, Sky? Yeah, what's up, Glop? How you two doing? Yeah, how did I know that Diana would notice the capped out fire rate and be like, hamina. Diana likes capped out fire rate a little too much, I think. Ooh, Amy down again, so she's back to start. Ooh, knee damage. Uh-oh. I don't like those words. Knee damage is not a good thing. Ooh. Okay, this, however, is a good thing. The synergy on TorNis' side is pretty much going through the roof now. Mom's Contact adds to his capped-out fire rate of random freeze effect on his tiers. So you're going to see him freeze a lot of enemies very, very often with this. That is a lot of increased chance, and there it is right away on Gemini here. So again, it put him in a terrible spot when it did freeze him, but nonetheless, you're going to see, like I said, lots of freezing from TorNis. That is such a great synergy. That is probably one of my favorite synergies in this game, other than getting something like Mr. Mega and Dr. Fetus. That's my favorite. But this is a very, very close second. Well, okay, Poly Knife is also pretty damn ridiculous. We'll put that up there too. This is probably a very close third. So yeah, it's somewhere in that range. I love this combination of items though. Especially for the first 2 floors. Those are the greatest, and especially in this race, one of the greatest item combinations you can get in your first 2 item rooms. Alright, a little bit of health up for TorNis, and he'll be moving on to his 3rd floor. We'll make that 3rd and 4th as we got a Curse of the Labyrinth, so 2 caves floors combined together into 1. We'll find 2 boss fights side by side and 2 item rooms here. Alright, so about the halfway mark here on Steven. Amy trying to make sure she doesn't get hit again, so she keeps that half an Eternal Heart with her, because she knows she's not getting health up at the end of this. Holy crap, Steven. Dude, chill out for like 2 seconds. Turn off the speed. There we go. You get him lined up against the wall, makes this part a hell of a lot easier. He will still bounce off because of it, but you can kind of bounce him into the wall if you line yourself up just right. A little bit more for Amy to go here. There's that first item room for TorNis. Ooh, the Miter. Now 50% chance that any red heart that spawns on TorNis' side will actually be a blue soul heart, thus much easier to pick up. There we go. One of the 2 items you can get from that fight. Little Steve for Amy will follow around with homing tears. And she keeps that 1/2 an Eternal Heart you see turns into her 4th red heart container as she moves onto this floor. Alright, with those I've Seen Everything classes, you get, like I was, like I should have pointed out, I should say, that you get free entry to every side of your Secret and Super Secret rooms. So you see Amy just making her way on through this floor very easily without having to go through rooms. Check this out. TorNis has a decision. Do you re-roll those toothpicks? And oh, wow! Did that turn out nicely? Oh, God. So, capped out fire rate, technology 1, and freeze effect with Mom's contacts now. Oh, wow. So that turned out well. Let's see those, well, actually, it's Spaz TP now for the toothpicks. But again, banned item on the toothpicks there. You're allowed to re-roll them, or with those, you can take them if you really want to. Yeah, dem moon strats. But again, Amy's going to need to make up a lot of time. That combination of things. Oh, good God, that's going to help. So TorNis, let's get a judgy, please. Oh, we got some health up out of it, too. Real quick, if you look on the right side, Amy, to make up some time, just got Polyphemus, which is huge damage up on her tears. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We got us a race of brew in here all of a sudden, because Amy's only, technically speaking, 1 floor behind TorNis right now until he finds his 2 boss fights. But again, that almost Technology 2 tier right there, it's really close to firing as quickly as Technology 2 does. But again, freeze effect on that as well for TorNis and capped out fire rate. Now, want to make up time? Here's Polyphemus. Enjoy. Oh, and here's Brimstone. Oh my God. Well, hello, interesting runs. Polyphemus Brimstone now for Amy. Oh my God. So watch this damage. Yep, that's the thing. Oh, and hey, more damage and another health container for Amy as well. She'll be moving on down to her caves. Oh, wow, to these builds, guys. The synergies on these. Polyphemus Brimstone is huge damage, as you just noticed. So I'm going to keep walking on through here, melting through the first part of Envy. And again, notice that when you walk into a mini-boss room, it doesn't give you the way back out, even with the I've Seen Everything classes. That's just one of those things you cannot walk back out or into, usually, mini-boss rooms, unless you have those glasses, so it screws you back over in the process once you're in. Waiting for the charge. There we go, Amy's finally got her charge again. This is ridiculous how long it takes to charge that brimstone, by the way. Shoop to whoop, a one-time brimstone use, so just in case she doesn't have it charged, Amy's got another way to fire off brimstone. Won't be the same damage, but shoop to whoop's pretty darn nice. Really to that chestception for TorNis, and he has no key to get into the new lock chest that had spawned. That was evil. So let's see, checking over to the top side here, we should find those 2 boss fights for TorNis any moment. I know that charge time is just, ugh, it's bad. But nothing you can do about it. I mean, that's Polyphemus until, like, Amy right now really needs that odd mushroom or sad onion or something for fire rate. Anything for fire rate increase. Here's the other problem with turrets, especially. If little Steve is homing in his shots on them, they're not going to open up, so... She's probably just, yeah, I was going to say wait to actually shoot to whoop it. That's exactly what I would have done, and she beat me to the punch on it. Very nicely done there by Amy. Nothing else you could do in that situation, because little Steve was going to make sure that turret stayed closed the entire time. Yeah, we got a itty-bitty laser that fires all the time against this gigantic, powerful laser, doing 50% damage in one shot to tanky Gertie, might I add. And again, no, that was not her glitching out Brimstone. That was her getting hit and firing Brimstone. There's a huge difference there, by the way. Trust me, you would know. Believe me, you would know. The damage would be very indicative in this case of her actually glitching that. You'll know if and when it happens. Wow, all 4 of them got frozen because of that laser. Good God, that synergy on TorNis' side, and he's finally found his 2 boss fights. So let's see, Goat Hoof for that movement speed for Amy. She's also got the world card, so full map and compass reveal whenever she uses it. So into that new secret room, might as well with the more money. Oh, look at this. The other thing you normally can't do. Notice that it closed off her way back in again to the secret room. Amy just found her boss room. And again, got hit there. It looks like you're glitching shoot the whoop, but you're not. So you don't have to worry about it. And look at that. That's one of the quickest cave explorers I think we've ever seen. Intro room, walk through a secret room, boss fight, 2-shot it, and moving on to the depths. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, that may be a record for Caves 2 timing. Like, good God to that. So Gertie's having some fun glitching out over here as TorNis keeps freezing her at the most opportune times. This is why I love that freeze effect. You get some cool stuff to happen. Glitchy, 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 glitchy. Frozen again. And she's down. So a little bit of what would be shot speed increase with the Magic 8 Ball. More importantly, one random card out of it was Strength card to +1 to all stats. TorNis may keep that at least for the next room. May come back for that pill right afterwards. Indeed he will. So plus to all of his stats. It's not +1, but it's plus to all your stats. You get the 1 health container, hence why I always say +1. But again, he's going to melt on through here. Everything's still getting frozen. That extra damage is... Yeah, you notice how big damage is on technology. That 1 damage extra that he got was huge. More health for him. He's going to lose 1 as he walks back into the next room. Grab his pill, and TorNis will be on down to the depths himself. So normal depths 1 on his side. We got the expansion for... Oh, that room. That room right there ended one of TorNis' runs earlier this year. So he, of all people, is happy that he has bombs right now. Ooh, and soul hearts for that matter. And his item room, though no key to get into it. And Amy immediately not immediately, but pretty quickly coming across her boss fight once more. So she'll be fighting War for her first cube of meat. Just 1 more shot, and keep in mind you do walk slower while charging Brimstone, so it's a bit of a fear, but nicely done. 1 cube of meat, 1 god room for that matter. That may make up for your item room skip. And I'd say that makes up for it. Double speed orbital with Guardian Angel, more shot blocking capabilities, and picks up the speed of that cube of meat that she just got. So 2 orbitals now for Amy. Another immediate item room, though no key again in depths 2, and she's building up her lead at the moment. Don't you love moon strats? That's why those I've Seen Everything X-ray classes are ridiculously overpowered, quite honestly. In a race situation, those are way overpowered. And I'm really kind of surprised. I put those up for vote, too, and everybody was like, nah, I wouldn't worry about it. Like, think about it. Just think about it. It's been showing why this year, too, so there's your reasoning. Alright, TorNis with this key, gonna head on in to grab. And once again, that Forever Alone attack fly. I keep wanting to call it Distant Aberration because it's the one that stays further away, but punny names. So it's the blue attack fly for TorNis that, again, if you make contact with anything, it's going to do some pretty decent damage output for you. And with that freeze effect, again, nice synergy going on for TorNis. Yeah, both of these builds, dude, I would kill for either of these. Honestly, I would legitimately just be like, move out of my way, I want this build. Ooh, possible more health there. Amy's got Maggie's Faith sitting on the ground. That would be, and look at this, finding her boss fight again right off the bat. But Maggie's Faith would, if she takes that with her as a trinket, I don't think she will, but would give her, as she moves on to a new floor, 1/2 an Eternal Heart. And again, not much protection for her with only the 1 Soul Heart, so I see why she's leaving it. She's got plenty of health with those 6. And again, notice the damage she's outputting. Every time those, or that charge comes back, she'll be firing again. Wow, that damage. That is filthy. Again, TorNis finding his boss fight as well here, so staying 1 floor behind. More health up for Amy. 1 more Soul Heart as well. See all the cards. Ooh, Sun card. And Empress. Empress for the boss fight. TorNis will be back for that Sun card, I'd assume. Ooh, nice movement there. Ooh, actually just going to use it now, so that would have been Horror Babylon damage increase for the room, but TorNis will take that Sun card with him. So kind of like the World card Amy has. That'll reveal the entire map and compass to you. Difference is, Sun card adds 100 damage to everything in the room, and also full Red Heart heals you. Because she's trying to kill you, Sky. Alright, first giving me for TorNis, another God Room showing up. Every 4 rooms now with a relic, a blue Soul Heart will spawn for TorNis, helping him build up some more health. Although again, gonna have to make up some time. Amy's at the boss fight here for the Womb 1 already, so she's just got this room, 1 more to go, and again has that World card. So she might be able to, barring a Curse of Darkness or something worse. Jesus, she almost one-hit Triachnid, oh my god. Anyways, so barring something like a Curse of Darkness, we'll be able to see, and there's that last bit of damage. Thank you, Steven. Wow. Doesn't even need the Cat o' Nine Tails, doesn't up your shot speed with Brimstone, but another God Room, in which she also gets the relic. Every 4 rooms, if she were to clear that many, is going to spawn her a Soul Heart as well. And she'll be on down to the Womb too. Again, 1 more floor to clear out here. With that World card, she knows exactly where she's headed now. So through her Seeker Room. God, you gotta love those glasses. On down here and skipping over 1 room. Nothing that special, but hey, it skips you rooms and saves you time. That's why that item is great in a race. Oh, Polybrim, I adore. Brimstone is my favorite item in this game. Now, you add something with damage like, you know, Polyphemus to it, forget about it. I'm the happiest camper on Earth. Now, again, TorNis has got one of my other favorite combos from before he even had technology on this. So he had Mom's Contact and the Odd Mushroom Fire Rate Cap Out mushroom on the first 2 item rooms. That right there I would have been ecstatic with. Next item room, he re-rolled the toothpicks into a freaking technology laser. So it only got better for him. And at this point, yeah, his build is insane. Amy's build, obviously, ridiculous. That Polyphemus damage on Brimstone just breaks this game. And you're going to see it really hurt Mom's heart here. She's looking for a 1-0 lead. You're doing a good 20% damage every single shot, so it's ridiculous when you think about this. Yeah, forget about it. Alright, 1 more ought to do this thing. All about that timing on the charge, though, and look at that. Wow. Basically 4-shotting Mom's heart. Amy has got herself a 1-0 lead here, and my edit scene button isn't working. There we go, that's why. Weirdness. I was using the wrong mouse, and I'm a derp. Nobody saw that. Anyways, like I said, 1-0 lead over on Awesomeitsamy's side. Very nicely done. That just, wow, to both of those builds. That's all I can say. TorNis was 2 floors behind, and it doesn't say how close that actually was, given those builds. Because, again, TorNis with that freeze effect, technology 1, and capped out fire rate. He was looking pretty darn good, quite honestly, but nothing you can do against Polybrim. So again, very nicely done. He's actually giving the round of applause right now with Bill Murray. Let me flip that back on over. There it is. Oh yeah. You. No, so anyways, we'll be right back in about 2 minutes. We'll get round number 2 started up. Amy's going to look for a 2-0 win. TorNis going to look to tie this up and force a game 3. So hang tight, everybody. Let me get you a link into both of their channels. Go say what's up to Amy and TorNis. Tell them that you want their luck and you want those builds. Because, wow, to that. Anyway, so we'll be right back in about 2 minutes. We'll get round number 2 underway. Hang tight, everybody, or go meet TorNis and Amy. We'll be right back. Alrighty, we're back. We got round number 2 just about to begin here. So let me flip this back on over. Get in the center of the room. You sneaky dog. Anyways, we got Awesomeitsamy leading 1-0 right now over TorNis. And again, he's probably still running ads himself, so might have to hang tight for a second or two here. But we'll get round number 2 started up momentarily. Oh, excuse me again. Sorry about that. And again, wow, apparently I can't talk now. So Amy gonna look for a 2-0 win. TorNis gonna try to tie this up in one apiece for us in game 3 here. And again, we'll race through the womb 2 once again. Whoever kills off Mom's heart first, and good God, let's see if we get another poly brim. That'd be kind of cool. But God, those builds, man. Let's just get 2 builds like we had last time. That would be good. I want to see another race like that where they both start with something interesting right off the bat and go from there. Oh, excuse me again. Sorry about that. Oh, no problem, TorNis. Take your time, bro. Take your time, sir. I figured he's playing 3 minutes worth of ads himself, and I kind of forget that all the time, and I only play the 2 minutes by comparison, so we're probably going to be here an extra minute just hanging tight, so not a big deal. Like I said, don't even worry about it. How do you get the dice? Kill, excuse me, sorry about that. Kill Mom's heart, or it lives, whichever way you want to call that, with Blue Baby. And yes, you can cheat that very early on, actually. If you saw the item TorNis had last round, the Ankh, if you die with the Ankh, you come back and you are legitimately the Blue Baby at that point. So let's say that you get to the womb 2 as Isaac. Let's say that it's your first run, for example, but you have the Ankh. Now let's say that you get right to Mom's heart. You're right outside her room, and you've got, you know, a couple of extra soul hearts sitting on the floor. Maybe you want to die, come back as the Blue Baby, go grab those soul hearts, have a little bit of extra health, go in and kill off Mom's heart. Guess what? You just unlocked your D6 really, really, really early. Oh, you were close enough. We knew what you meant there, Tribbies. You were close enough. Technically, it is Isaac anyway, so you were, technically speaking, you were correct. Want to think about that? Yeah, you were right, see? We're finding the bright side of things here. You were totally correct. Good timing on this, too, so let me give you guys a link here. This is Family Jewel 7X, and yeah. Enough said, if you guys haven't heard him, check out his website if y'all would. Because if you like video game music and covers such as this, you will love Family Jewels. He's also the fellow that did the audio intro for us here. So if you happen to like that intro that we do, yeah, that'd be Family Jewels. It'd be Dorcas 1, 2, and 8 on the video. Jules did the audio for it, though. Really, really awesome guy, and there's a link for you. Gotta give credit where it's due, and there have been a lot of people this year that have helped us out. Family Jewels, Dorcas 1, 2, and 8, Chris Hannell doing all the artwork, Ravager doing other artwork like the stuff you see in between breaks, like the ad screen and such. Just so many people. Shubu helping out with the subscriber emotes. Horror helped out originally with them. So many people need thanks on stuff. Seriously, they do. Alright, we're off and running. Best of luck to you both. Amy with the way better start here, so she's got Little Chubby. We're gonna laugh about this one later. I know we will. Anyway, we're seriously gonna laugh about this one after a comment that was made last night in Bumble. Anywho, you notice as Amy's firing out her tears, the Little Chubby will go off in that same direction and try to chew through everything in its path. Just like that, when it actually does make contact, does a lot of damage. We'll probably see that against the boss here. And notice chunks right through for good 10 to 15% damage alone. So that's just that item. And again, TorNis reset originally there on My Reflection would have curved his tears back at him as they reached almost full range. So let's see, found his boss fight. Always worry about finding your item room first in these races. So that's a hint. If you guys are in like next year's play-in tournament, always go for your item room. Even if you find your boss fight on that first floor, go for your item room first. Find out if you're going to wind up taking the run or not. You don't want... TorNis is taking the run. So now he'll go back for that boss fight. So Sad Onion, you notice double tears up in the arrow section there. It's pretty much going to write itself as what that does. He's crying a lot more. And yes, those are your tears that you're firing. Hey, what's up, Jim? How you doing, sir? Yeah, before Lemon Mishap and Holy Water, I don't think either of those would start a run with those items. It'd be kind of cool if that's the second item for both of them, though. Like, well, do you replace your D6 with that? Pretty much guarantee the Holy Water wouldn't get taken. Now, if you guys want, like I said, next year we're going to do public signups again. So if you guys want in on next season, you're going to have a play-in tournament that you're going to have to win out. But, again, if you win, you can get in next season. So if you want to give it a shot, do some practicing now. You're going to have Binding of Isaac Rebirth next year when it comes out. But again, yeah, practice now. You're going to need it, especially for Rebirth alone. That's going to get a lot trollier, let alone the competition you're going to face is going to be brutal. I'll let you know right now. It's going to be brutal next season to get in. Telepathy for Dummies and Anarchists. I'd much rather have the Anarchist Cookbook in that situation. No question. And telepathy, yeah, it could help you, but I really hate homing tears. I really do. So many pills now on TorNis' side, and we got the Follower Brigade going on Amy's as she picks up Harlequin Baby. That'll fire out red tears in a V-shaped pattern. Speaking of books, how about Necronomicon would be a one-time death card usage. Book of Revelations, gonna spawn a, well, most likely at least gonna spawn, yeah, she hasn't fought a horseman yet, so incoming famine, calling it now. That might be headless, but I'm gonna just go ahead and say, hey, because chances are that's famine now. But Amy gets herself 1 soul heart with that every time she uses it. Also, for the set of floors she's on, force spawns a horseman fight. So she'll have to be careful later on. This early, not a bad thing. Hi, Famine. How you doing? Told you. It's rain of followers. Wait, that doesn't really rhyme, but whatever, it works. You get the idea. Again, Torn is finding his boss fight before item room, so he'll be backing up looking for that again. Nice, Mosh. Or Moshin, I should say. But do you want it, like, rainbows that are Moshin? Or is it Mosh within rainbows? Like, did that make sense the way I'm asking it? Let me know which way that is, and I'll stop abbreviating it incorrectly. Let's see, Book of Sins. We're getting books everywhere today, so you guys were calling the book runs. I think we're going to get them. So, 1 random item spawn. Wow, can't believe she isn't even going to take it just to take it. So, Horror Babylon getting left behind on Amy's side. If she were to get down to half a red heart or anything less, like TorNis in the last round, for example, is Blue Baby, once he died and came back with the Ankh, or Guppy's Paws we've also seen today. That would permanently enact at that point. As long as you're half a red heart or lower, you get that damage up from it. Mosh in a rainbow. Okay, cool, cool. You understood what I meant then. I will stop abbreviating that incorrectly, then I'll just say Mosh if I'm going to do it. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Like I said, I don't like mispronouncing people's names, so if I notice something like that, I do tend to ask. Alright, with his key, TorNis found his item room as well. Stood a little too close to that explosion, but not going to worry about it. Ooh, mushroom strats, finally. So Mini Mush, now he's itty bitty. But he's going to get plus speed and plus range. So he's going to run faster, and again, his tears move a little bit further. What's up, Cal? How you doing? I do too, Carly. Like, the Horror Babylon, I don't want to say it's the greatest thing. It does up your size, so your hitbox slightly larger. But again, like, let's say you get something like Mini Mush alongside it. You're not so bad off in that situation. And again, if you get something like Guppy's Paw, it's going to permanently enact. Real quick, Judgy, please? No thanks. Gee, we appreciate it, but no. By the way, Amy also on an XL floor, I've yet to point out. So again, going to find 2 item rooms, 2 side-by-side boss fights here on her caves. Mushroom strats? It's basically just eat every mushroom you find and see what happens. Whoa, man. Bad jokes are bad. What's up, man? How you doing today? Yeah, Knowledge, how you two doing? Excuse me again, sorry about that. I just want a mosh. I don't care if it's in a rainbow or not, I just want a mosh. I could go for some metal right about now. So TorNis with a golden key, going to be able to unlock anything he wants, hence heading right back on over to his store. He knows it is a store, might as well check, and lo and behold, he's got himself a half-price item. All these books, man. So Duel and Book of Revelations. TorNis also going to be able to spawn himself 1 soul heart. And again, got to worry about when you use it, because you will force spawn horseman fights. Amy dealing with boss fights herself, a little bit of health up after the first of her 2, moving into the second, speaking of those horsemen, as she had it, yeah, she had used her Book of Revs on this floor. So you knew you were going to get 1. That'll be Pestilence, and her second cube of meat coming out of here. So again, that'll add on to the cube she's got, making Meat Boy's head, which will add on 1 extra tier coming out. So consider another follower, if you will. After watching the last Metallica thing, probably not. The last Metallica thing was basically like 3.5 hours of Lars stroking his ego, and I have no desire to watch that again, so probably not. Oh, but I just sold $7 million like worth of paintings. Oh, I'm Lars. I'm great. That's basically what some kind of monster it was for like 90% of it, and the rest was them bitching at each other. Which is basically any band in existence. I'm not saying Metallica is like, you know, whiny or anything. That's every band in existence, I hate to tell you. So having worked with a few bands, I see that all the time. I don't need to watch a movie about it. And again, nothing against... I love Metallica. It's nothing against them. It's just... I don't need to see that. I get it all the time. Alright, Amy dealing very nicely here with this room. Always trying to avoid that bomb fly, because you don't want that near you. There we go. Little Chubb can really troll you with it sometimes. There's that first cube of meat for TorNis. Also got himself a devil deal, so let's see. Oh ho ho! Hello! Wow, to this deal. So the knife, no question. The nail was the question, though, if you took that for the damage up and the 1 soul heart increase to replace the Book of Revelations. But again, not really worth the 2 hearts in that situation. TorNis just gonna keep the knife, and it's stabby time on the left. So he's got 1 floor to make up, but he's gonna be able to do it in very quick fashion right now. Ooh, speaking of special rooms, Amy teleporting herself out of that curse room, getting into a god room, picking up the scapular, just as TorNis is doing the same. Hello, side-by-side items. So where's Amy's knife? I think we missed that part for her. Anyway, so scapular for both players. If they get down to half a red heart, once per room is going to spawn 1 full blue soul heart for them. But again, if you're wondering about the damage on the knife, normal tiers from the very start of the game. Oh, hello, extra damage. So we were just talking about Small Rock as well. More damage for TorNis, more fire rate, so he'll have less charge time to get... Yeah, I wouldn't bother. There we go. I'd hit that one. If you're going to do anything, I'd hit that one. Anyways, more damage, less charge time on throwing the knife full range. And again, he moves slightly slower. He isn't going to worry about that in the slightest bit, though. The double scapulars all the way across the sky. What does it mean, man? That you get a whopping 1 soul heart if you get down to half a red heart. Yeah. Again, it's nice safety strats on that, though. Because again, you can save yourself a lot of trouble and a lot of pain if you're down at half a red heart. Once per room, you get that 1 soul heart if you do get hit, so it gets kind of worth it. Alright, Wooden Spoon, more movement speed. That'll replace the speed that, and plus some actually, that TorNis just lost off of the Small Rock. A nice lineup there with the knife. Alright, again, both on literally the exact same floor at this point. Both using, well, yep, both actually did use their charge at the exact same time on the Book of Rev. I was going to see if TorNis did or not. So, Amy finding her boss fight, pretty much guaranteed that this one's going to be yet another Horseman. I'm kind of surprised that both didn't wait until Depths 2 to use it. But apparently Amy, some reason, wants that 3rd cube of meat. Maybe she gets rid of her orbital and has Meat Boy running around. We'll see if Soccer Boy shows up after this, but she's definitely fighting a Horseman on the other side of this room. Ew, that Forgive Me Now pill. TorNis ain't even going to consider it. That would basically refresh her entire floor. And the teleporting remote also sitting here. We know what that does already. We've seen that plenty of times. But Forgive Me Now pill would reset the floor you're on. And again, you would lose your space use item as well. So the one that he would leave behind there would be Book of Rev. He kind of wants that extra health. So say hi to War. That'll be your third. Oh, it glitched. No, that's why you don't want to use the Book of Revs. Conquest, ladies and gentlemen. Conquest. Not a bro. That's why you don't use the Book of Revs until you're on a floor where you know that you're getting a guaranteed boss fight later on. Alright, so holding on to more telepills there. What's the new one? Ah, bad gas. Amy gonna pretty much have to use the other telepills here to get out of this room. Thankfully it did get her out. I thought she got teleported back into the same room. Like, well, that was trolling. So keep in mind again, when she gets back down to half her red heart, she's going to wind up with another full soul heart to replace the half that she's got right here. First things first, though, let's get another judgy, please. And speaking of horseman fights, this time we got Headless Horseman. Again, TorNis not really too worried about it. Book of Shadows now with, again, serious item synergy going on for TorNis. So he's got that 12 seconds of invincibility. You saw him completely free of damage, walk right into Headless Horseman, melt on through him, and he's the first on down to depths too. So now Amy finding her item room here. Again, if she gets hit once more, that'll spawn that one extra soul heart for her. Melty, melty time. That's why you gotta love the knife, ladies and gentlemen. That thing is overpowered. So as we were saying, your normal tiers do 3.5 damage. The knife doubles that up if you just walk into something and stab it without throwing the knife. You throw the knife, it's actually 6 times that base damage. It's disgustingly overpowered. What's up, Forbidden? How you doing? Alright, that store not paying off much either. We got that Anarchist Cookbook, which, again, we've had nothing but books this run, and somebody did call that one, believe it or not. So random bomb spawns throughout the room, and we're gonna head back in, and let's see if this doesn't unglitch war. No, it's still Conquest, damn it. So again, I don't know that you even bother using that Anarchist Cookbook in here. That could get far too trolly against this fight. Alright, now the fun part. Those beams of light will hurt you, and they are random. So again, have fun. This is why Conquest sucks. What's up, Hazard? And again, that's why you don't want to use that Book of Revelations on a Depths 1 or a Womb 1, for that matter. Because you're pretty much going to fight Conquest. TorNis got lucky enough, he got the Headless Horseman out of this. But Amy not so lucky on her find. Again, that glitched out war. It shows war on the screen, but it glitches out and gives you Conquest. Yeah, one of the worst bosses in this game, hands down. This guy, the Green Bloat, and the Mask of Infamy are top 3 in my book. No questions. It's a matter of what order you put him in, but Conquest is a troll. Oh, wow. How did that not hit Amy? Oh my god. Wow, that's why you don't move when the beams of light are on the screen, guys, and that is going to be your third cube of meat. So, Soccer Boy, get for Amy, and watch out for bombs now. Excuse me again. So with that compass, you can see Amy heading straight on up to her item room here, and then we got a ways to go till that boss fight. Ooh, TorNis actually going to play this? Yes, he is, because he has that charge on his Book of Shadows. So again, good way to get some free stuff out of a Demon Judgy. 12 seconds of invincibility. He can't actually take hearts from you. So, Judgy, please. Ah, Judgy. Dude, seriously, how many hearts are you going to take, bro? Alright, Monster Manuel. I think we've gone through damn near every book on Amy's side now. That'll spawn one random follower for her in the room that she uses it in. Alright, this is getting kind of ridiculous. Let that be. Nope, friends till the end pill, huh? Wow. Ooh, there's a half a heart. Thank you. How much will TorNis keep playing this? There's another half. Thank you very much again. This gambling working out beautifully for TorNis right now. Alright, Starscar would teleport you into an item room. He's already gone to his item room on this floor. Thusly, that becomes a random teleport once he hits the womb. Also, Meat Boy, you want to maybe... really? Meat Boy killed that by it flying into him. Wow. Thanks. So Meat Boy's a bit of a derp, but, you know, hey, it happens from time to time where he actually happens to be standing in line where something flies into him and dies. Oh, man. That timing. This is why Meat Boy is called Dirt Boy, ladies and gentlemen. He is not the brightest star in the sky. What's up, Lanix? How you doing? Ooh, how did TorNis miss on both of those? There we go. That's what he was trying to do last time. So Amy gonna get nice heals out of this room. Might be worth that bomb, and she'll agree with it. Meat Boy, don't you do it. See, Matchstick, more chance of bomb spawns for Amy. We got a nice heal in that room, so she'll make her way on down towards her boss fight, though also knows now that her store is a store. You can see that mini-boss room. So the store, definitely a store on depths 2. Who would have thought? Yep, if you're in the depths, it still assumes that that's worthy you're fighting, hence why it still gives you the cube of meat at the end of it, so it really screws you over. Like, it doubly screws you over. A, you have to fight Conquest. B, actually, it triple screws you over. So A, hey, there we go, look at the books, man. Really? Demon Judgy? Really, dude? Monster Manuel, yeah, I was waiting for that one. Monster Manuel for TorNis as well. Are you kidding me on this? So he's gonna keep his Book of Shadows, almost no question on this one. And a gift still up, TorNis. Gotta take the gift down, bro. Gotta be able to see the race, not your really slow-moving gift, man. Alright, so as we've gone over this a few times, especially if you're moving in the background, you can't have gifts up. There's a time and a place for them. In the middle of a race when you actually need to win, definitely not that time, especially if you're behind, too. Alright, so both in their mom's foot fights. These will probably finish just about the same time here, as TorNis is going to hit his Book of Shadows for invincibility, hang right down, and there you go. So he's going to get through it first. Again, that knife, ridiculously overpowered, especially with Book of Shadows. Now the question is, nope, he's going to hang on to his one bomb. Figured he might, because that will help you, believe it or not. Wow, Stars card, really? So the teleports, random though they may be, not helping out so much in this case. Move TorNis one room away from where he was. Jesus. Again, Starscar becomes a random teleport down in the womb because there are no item rooms and no stores whatsoever. So again, so does the Hermit card. Trying to think what else. I think that's it as far as random teleports that just became random. But again, because there's no store, no item room, those cards in particular become random teleports. Ooh, and Amy getting a loading screen error. Let's see if this doesn't happen to pop up in XL floor. This could really play interesting timing-wise now. Again, TorNis on a regular... Well, not regular. He's got an expansion version of the Womb one. But let's see. Come on, Flash. You're still thinking about it. We got that thought bubble going on. Come on, Flash. Today. Today, Junior. That's not a guaranteed XL, guys. We've proven this over and over again. There's so much incorrect information on the internet. We've had 250 some odd races. Trust me, 90% of the time, that's actually not an XL floor. You'll know if it flashes through, but it's not guaranteed by any means. Nope, normal one. Alright, speaking of Conquest, TorNis has to fight him now, so normal womb one. Wow, which way do you choose? That's a 50-50 shot for Amy, although I think she may have chosen correctly. Let's hope that this actually does get her down to that boss fight. She's going to need to get there really quickly. Ooh, lo and behold, it will. So just that one more room to clear out. We'll have a really quick Wound 1 floor on Amy's side. Problem for her is that TorNis is finishing off Conquest here. I don't think he's going to take the flying. I'd take that Book of Shadows, no question. Wow. I'd almost consider the Razor Blade in that situation as well, but he's going to pass on it. So TorNis on down to his Womb 2. Amy fighting against Skullx right now, looking to get to hers quickly as well. So this is still immensely, immensely close. This will be like a couple of seconds at this rate apart. Excuse me. All right, a little more help for Amy. We got ourselves an arcade on TorNis' side. But Amy will hop on down to the womb too. Let's see how far away that boss fight is. It's left side. She'll try down here. Let's see if this keeps going. Ooh, I think we might have a path for Amy, so let's see how this plays. When will TorNis find that boss fight? Because again, with that knife and Book of Shadows, you see how fast he's getting through everything. It's just a matter of finding that for him. And again, Amy looks like maybe 3 more rooms to clear. Keep going here. I think we may have ourselves our path for Amy, so this ought to be over relatively quick. All about TorNis finding his boss fight now, and yes, we do. So 1 more room to clear after this for Amy. Yep, we raced through the womb too. Or in this case, utero too. Wow, all these empty rooms for TorNis. That's going to help considerably, but again, going to have to bomb back out of this dead end. Ooh, and there's that boss fight for him. So again, we're in the same room at the moment. We got the knife on TorNis' side, though, so Amy's going to have to really make some damage happen here, and very quickly. Because TorNis on into Mom's Heart, looking to even this up in 1 apiece. Again, that knife, huge damage changer. Also has that small rock on it. Alright, down to the part where It Lives will actually stay out the rest of the time here for TorNis. Again, Amy gonna have to fly through this somehow. With 8 bombs, yeah, you got a chance, but you're gonna have to really about 8 bomb her every single time you get one. So let's see, little Steve will add homing tears. Not gonna be enough though, as TorNis gonna use that Book of Shadows, pop right into the center. Again, obviously everything cleared out of the room. He was standing in the light, obviously, so he popped himself up to Cathedral. But TorNis has got himself a tie game here, I should say, as he has won that one. And we have got a Game 3 coming up momentarily, as we are now tied at 1 again. Whew, that got close. Nothing Amy could do there. She ran straight... Wow, hi, motorcycle. Anyway, so she ran straight on over to the where she found her boss fights. But again, that knife, too big of a damage differential. TorNis getting that, getting that win to tie it up. Like I said, we got Game 3 starting up momentarily here. So hang tight. We'll get them both reset, find their rooms. Be right back in about 2 minutes. We'll get this one rolling. So we'll find out who your winner is in about 2. Hang tight. Let me get you a link into both of their channels. Go meet both, Wow, my voice is failing now. I need a drink. So go meet both, TorNis and Amy. I'll be right back in about 2 minutes, guys. Alright, so we're back. We got round number 3 just about to begin here. So let me flip this back on over. We got a 1-1 tie right now between TorNis and Awesomeitsamy. And again, I'll put this word out there for everybody watching right now. You want to call one of our racers a cheat? Do it in their channel, because basically all you're doing is flapping your pussy lips. Just gonna put that out there for you. You want to actually call somebody a cheat? Call them a cheat to their face. Otherwise, basically, you're just flapping your mouth behind their backs, and that doesn't make you anything but a scared little pansy, basically. So get over yourselves. So on that note, we'll find out who your winner is momentarily here between these two. They'll get off and racing soon. So like I said, you can assume anything you want to. A, you're wrong. B, if you want to actually talk up about it, talk to the person who you're calling a cheat, not to me, because all that's going to do is get you banned in here for talking out of turn. Alright, so looks like they're just about ready to go here. TorNis finally got himself his room. Just a matter of time on those resets, and TorNis never gets lucky with those. It always takes forever for him to actually get lucky enough to get an item room attached. We've got round number 3 just about to begin here. We'll race again through Mom's foot, or excuse me, Mom's foot. Let's try that again. We race through Mom's heart, so whoever kills off the Womb 2 boss fight first is going to be your winner here. And I was going to say, I think we got 2 resets incoming. Wow, this time TorNis getting lucky, see? And double lucky. I say something and it backfires on me, huh? I won't win the lotto. Anytime now. Anyways, Halo on TorNis' side is going to give you plus to all your stats, except it's missing the plus to range. Not a big deal on that one, though. You get plus damage, you get plus fire rate, and more importantly, you get plus 1 heart out of that, too. So nice start on his side. Amy found her boss fight, though going to worry about the item room first up. Ooh, and speaking of nice things, so TorNis with a nice start on this one. Also, the external compass. As soon as we get to the next floor, you'll actually see that, just like Amy had last time. You'll see it show where all of his special rooms are. Won't see the exact path to it. But again, you'll be able to actually tell what direction you're heading, so you can make pretty educated guesses. Internal compass, click off. We don't need you anymore. You're fine. Again, Amy wasn't happy with that sack of pennies. I wouldn't be either. She's going to look for something, hopefully with some damage up on it. And at this point, with TorNis with that time advantage of the compass and already damage and health up. Oh, there we go. That'll make up for it. Quad shot for Amy. We found a good starting portion here. So she's off and running. Quad shot, like you think, you got 4 eyes. You fire out 4 tears now. Correct. Halo unlocks when you kill Mom with the Bible. That is correct, Joey. Alright, so 1 room away from his item room. No key for it yet, though, is TorNis. And actually has that item rock over on the side. Yeah, he's going to bring these over. Ah, and it gives him a locked chest. Now the game's just going to be a troll, isn't it? Alright, TorNis won't find keys. Remember, everything I say opposite seems to work. TorNis won't find a key in this room. Huh? Huh? Wait for it. Wait for it. Let's see if that worked. If I did call that, by the way, I'll be back in an hour after I go to the casino. I'm going to the casino. I'm out. Alright, anyways, TorNis gonna grab himself Sister Maggie after that key amazingly spawned. This is the second time today I've done this, so, like, this is starting to get creepy, guys. I'm going to the casino later. Anyway, Sister Maggie will fire up pretty decent tears as a follower. Amy, speaking of tears, gets a fire rate increase with Squeezy. 2 soul hearts out of it, and she'll be on to her 2nd floor with a Curse of Darkness. I'm out. Mic drop. Oh, gotta love when that happens, don't you? Yeah, I'm going all in, man. Ooh, Mulligan now on Amy's side, so quad shot Mulligan, hello. So I think that's 1 of 6, which I can't do math in my head now for whatever reason. Percentages, just shy of 17. Rounds up to 17% chance. You also fire off a fly along with your tier. And again, those flies are exponentially damaging on your base tier stats, so that's kind of nice. Again, more damage on her side, and again, more damage with the meat. That is mismarked its damage up in a health container. So Amy gonna move on down to her caves and find in her item room as well. She's got the key that TorNis doesn't to get in. And speaking of damage, how about the Distant Aberration Attack Fly? That'll hang in really close to her. That red one is the one that she just picked up. And again, that'll damage anything it touches. Amy left behind a blue rock because she doesn't have a bomb. So I wouldn't say she left it behind. She had no way to get it. So again, TorNis with a really good item. We'll see this used in the next room here. Pinky Shears. Wait for it real quick. I thought we might get a 2-for-1 with a super secret. No such luck. Anyways, Pinky Shears, there you see, cuts off your body from your head. You fly around, you still shoot out your tears. More importantly, your body walks into whatever enemy it can find and shoots out blood, damaging it. So really good damage output there. And again, both have some pretty sick builds going on to start this off with in round 3. Oh, the sound of Pinky Shears is god-awful. I'm in total agreement with that, but the item is great. It's a little more health up there for TorNis. Grab himself that Soul Heart as well and move on down to his Caves 2. Amy fighting off for Caves 1 boss right now, Pestilence. She'll wind up with her first cube of meat. That's actually our first horseman of this round. Amazing. Yeah, looks like TorNis might be forgoing this item room here. And he's heading up towards his boss fight at the moment. We'll see if he backtracks. He thought about it for a second. Has no bomb to get into that cart either. And yep, he's heading straight on up towards his boss fight here. Alright, so there's that cube of meat orbiting around Amy onto her caves too. Oh, just missed the one guy at the bottom there. Alright, Rusty Key, more chance of key spawns now for TorNis. Amy on that note, her trinket is the Tick, which gives you 15% automatic damage to boss fights and mini-boss fights. Heals you for 1 red heart in the process when you walk into the room. And again, is not replaceable. Also, finding her boss fight, so wow, we're pretty dead even here still. TorNis 1 room ahead of Amy, and it's a matter of if she's going to wind up skipping her item room or not. She may go back and look for that yet. Yeah, I kind of like this move by TorNis not using his Pinky Shears here. He's got plenty enough damage for Fistula and doesn't have to worry about the body randomly killing off one of those bomb flies. I like that move for safety. And again, picking up the Cat o' Nine Tails, aka the Cat o' Nine Fails. We don't like it much. Gives you a shot speed increase, so you notice his shots actually travel faster on screen. But again, moving on down to Depths 1, slight time advantage over Amy, who's also fighting Fistula. Different non-champion version, though. So slightly different enemies out of the spawns when it splits. She's going to wind up with some health up and a Devil Deal to consider here. In which, ooh, okay, we got Krampus, another mini-boss fight. That'll put Amy a little further behind, but, ooh, geez, that scared me for a second. That'll put her a little further behind, but she's guaranteed a lump of coal at the end of this fight. As her shots travel further on screen, they're going to grow in size and damage output. So again, all 4 of your quad shots will be affected by that. Not a bad pickup here. And again, free of charge. Other than the damage you take during the fight, obviously, but free item. So she'll move down to her Depths 1 as well. And again, TorNis already into his item room, picked up that Sacrificial Dagger, which for a second I looked over, thought he had another knife, and was just about to say, well, that's the thing. Anyways, got Sacrificial Dagger orbiting around him. That'll do 17 damage to anything it touches. Again, does not block shots for you, though. Alright, bomb bag now on Amy's side. Every couple of rooms she clears out, I'll spawn a bomb or two for her. And again, TorNis moving right on over to his boss fight here to try and finish off Depths 1 quickly. All about Amy's timing coming across that, and it'll be random when she does find it. TorNis going to fight Gish, though. We'll wind up with Little Gish. Speaking of timing, wow, Amy finding her boss fight immediately. I swear to God, that internal compass on her tonight. It's strong with this one, ladies and gents. Y'all need directions. You may want to ask Amy today. So she's going to head into her boss fight as well. And she's going to wind up with Monstro, too. So a little bit different here. Guaranteed item for TorNis will be Little Gish to follow him around shooting out tar tears. Much kind of like what you see here, except they're not arcable like that. Again, Amy just about done with Monstro. Monstro 2, that is. Gonna grab the Super Bandage, so 1 red and 2 blue soul heart increase for her. And moving on down to her Depths 2 with a very slight advantage here. Ask her for directions at the casino. Actually, I live close enough, I can see it out my window, so I don't really need directions. It's that way. I can just point. Although with her luck, I may try to take her with me. That may be a good move on my part. Anyways, there's Little Gish, another Devil Deal for TorNis. Ooh. Mark and the Dead Cat. I wouldn't even consider the 9 lives Guppy. Mark, on the other hand, just like TorNis, I'd be taking. That's damage increase. You get 1 soul heart back for the 2 red hearts that you spent. So the damage increase on your tears, obviously the good portion of that one. So we'll move on. Lots more damage moving here. And again, onto his onto his Depths 2. Boy, I can talk today. So both, wow, look at this. Again, Amy, internal compass and that luck of those 2 rooms being side by side. You're going with me to the casino, Amy. Telling you now. What's up, Otaku? Alright, Mr. Mega, now 5 more bombs and increased damage and blast radius for Amy. She can't even worry about Isaac's head. Again, you can't replace it. Notice the automatic 15% damage to Mom's foot. That's the tick again. She would have healed for a full red heart also if she was missing one. Again, already at about the halfway mark, that damage is pretty disgusting on her side. And the further away she stays, the further that damage goes up. Yeah, Blue Mom, not really a, well, obviously not a bro, because kind of assists at that point, but whatever. Either way, spawns nothing but expansion level enemies. Amy with that quad shot, didn't really have much to worry about there, though. So again, can't take the Polaroid, wouldn't worry about it anyways. Moving on down to her Womb 1. Holding on to the tick again, 15% damage to all of her bosses. Don't have to worry about replacing it, though, because we only race through the Womb 2. So at this point, just 2 boss fights left and 2 floors to clear. Amy could get herself a 2-1 victory. But TorNis just about 2 rooms away from his boss fight to finish off the Depths 2, which will be his Mom's foot. And then he'll move down to the Womb, and again, all about that timing on finding boss fights. Amy does not have the compass. Her internal one's been working beautifully, but TorNis does have the external compass. He knows exactly where he's going to be headed to. So huge timing difference there. And how about half an Eternal Heart for Amy? So finally finding herself the wrong way to go, but getting half an Eternal Heart out of that. Should she get that to the next floor or find herself a second one here, that'll become another full red heart container. And TorNis going to get regular Grey Mom. This is what he would have gotten with the base version of the game. He'll pop those pinking shears so his body will run around damaging everything, and already pretty close to 50% damage done. But gee thanks, Mom, spawning that extra really nasty champion level mob. That was brutal. So again, very nicely done. TorNis going to grab himself some health. He will take the Polaroid, however, if you get down to half a red heart. 5-second damage shield every time that happens. And moving on down to his Womb 1. So again, bad thing about the compass. Every now and then it trolls you and you don't find quite the correct way to go. There we go, that should break over to the right side, so TorNis should be on the correct path here. It's all about Amy finding her boss fights now. Alright, over to the left side, another empty room for Amy. We got 2 more to clear out after this for TorNis till he gets to his Womb 1 boss. Oh, that decision. I've been wrong on this twice today. I'm gonna say north side for the boss on Amy's. I've been wrong twice, so let's see how bad I'm... Oh, wait, look at that. One room away, and I was right. I'm going to the casino, guys. I'm straight up going to the casino tonight. Hey, BOILeR contestants, do you mind if I bet the prize money? I'm kidding, obviously. I would never do that. So she'll have her boss fight momentarily. So will TorNis, as they're both in the same room right now. TorNis will take out that Mimic, head right on in, and he's going to face Triachnid. Amy's got herself... Oh, that bloat fight again. But again, automatic damage done gives her a time advantage here. And it's all about that quad shot being angled just correctly to get around those bricks in the center. Oh wow, it didn't jump up to the top. That was bizarre. So anyways, Triachnid about dead for TorNis here. He's down to just the 2 hearts. Make that 3, make it 4 now that he's got that heal. Actually, I didn't see the half in there either, and I'm stupid. So anyways, TorNis moving on to Womb 2, slight time advantage again, and oh, no luck with that one, but now knows where he's headed towards, getting towards his boss fight again. You see that compass. So Amy's not going to worry about the damage at this point, just wants the bloat dead so she can get onto her Womb 2 and start trying to make up this time. Wouldn't mind that extra health container, but there that goes. I think you can just fire one more shot up there and you're good. There you go, 2 more was all it took. So fire rate increase for Amy with the wire coat hanger. And a little bit of a heal, and she'll be onto her Womb 2 as soon as that blood clears. TorNis just the 1 more room to clear after this, though. He's going to bomb on through the sloth, or double sloth fight. Notice one of them blew up a red rock, and he actually got a key out of there. Every red rock in the womb's got a chance to be an item rock. You only get 1 per room. But again, every one of them has that chance. So let's see, just the 2 more brains to take out here. And again, TorNis will be onto his mom's foot looking for that 2-1 victory. Amy just going to try to plow through this Womb 2 floor, see if she can't find it. Has 17 bombs, so she could bomb through the doors if she wanted to. But it's all about finding dead-end rooms, too. You never know when you're going to. Yeah, Curse is not exactly what you're looking for at this point on either side. Free entry to a secret room, if nothing else for Amy. And let's see, do you try just bombing through another one? Know that there's not going to be anything up there because you can't see it on the map. She'll try to the right. Maybe she skipped over a room. Maybe that saves you a little bit of time here. And TorNis working along at about the 10% mark, done on Mom's Heart. Let's see, I have Magician homing shots for the room you're in. So not what Amy wanted. She'll wind up with a Soul Heart, if nothing else, if she clears out this room. There's bomb by TorNis. We're at about 15 to 20% done on his side, though he's down to 1.5 hearts. Yep, only 1 per room, correct. So good way to save bombs. If you happen to get one right off the bat, yeah, don't bother hitting any other ones. So let's see, 1 dead-end room on Amy's side. Ooh, just getting out of the way of that damage. Ooh, another dead-end room. Ouch. I think that bomb's actually legitimately in the door. So let's see, she'll head back over to this side. Gonna have to probably bomb back through the secret room, try over to the far left. That could split down here, though. That's not a bad choice on her side to actually try this room. That could have split one more time to the bottom side. So she'll use the 1 bomb to get through here instead. Again, TorNis at that 50% mark, so Amy pretty far behind here. Gets the automatic damage, but is it going to be too little too late? TorNis doesn't have the greatest of damage, but he's got a pretty good clip going on Mom at this point. Again, there you see walking in for that little bit of damage with Sacrificial Dagger. Keeps her out the rest of the time, so he can direct damage Mom's Heart from here on out. Alright, that last little bit of damage as soon as everything cleared out, and there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. So Amy doesn't get